Hello and welcome to Between Two Wheels. This is the show that traditionally would run the day before one of the FIM Endurance World Championship races. Unfortunately, under lockdown, it has to take place here from the comfort of our own homes. My name is Ed Lee, and the purpose of Between Two Wheels is to show you everything that happens on board the motorbike. The season has obviously been disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. And we're going to be talking about that, amongst other things, in the news this week. We've got a bi-weekly show. So we're going to be on every 2 weeks, and we're going to take you through everything that's been going on and everything that is happening in the world of EWC. So today's show, we've got the news coming up. We'll be talking to the devastatingly good-looking and extremely talented journalist Michelle Turco about what's been going on in the world of endurance. We'll be taking a look at Mandy Kainz and the YART factory in Austria and finding out what they've been up to. And then we'll be sitting down with three riders who collect up most of the other big manufacturers in the world of EWC. For Suzuki, we've got their new addition, Xavier Simeon, is going to be coming on. For Honda, we've got Freddy Foray, one of that championship winning team. And then we'll also be joined by David Checa. But we're going to kick things off now with the news. So let's find out what's been going on in the world of EWC. Here he is, the man that we all want to speak to, Michelle Turco, fabulous journalist in the world of MotoGP, and he also knows a thing or two about EWC. Michelle, how's lockdown been?
Hey, hello Ed, how are you? I'm okay. I mean, in France, things are going better. It's not still the paradise, but yeah, we went through a difficult time, but hopefully we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm over in the UK, and it's not quite such good news here. It's taking a little bit longer, but we will get there. How did you like my description of you in the introduction? Devastatingly handsome.
It was wonderful. I mean, thanks a lot. A bit too much.
Okay, the big news that everyone's talking about is the new calendar that we've got for this year. Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, obviously a lot of race has to be rescheduled, even cancelled. For example, last week we should have been in Germany for the 8 hour of Oschersleben, and this race has unfortunately been cancelled. Le Mans, who was scheduled in April, is going now in August, so it will be our next race, and we will go back to Boulder, who was the first race of the championship last September. So we will have two Boulders this season, and we will end the championship in Suzuka, because Suzuka has moved from July to the 1st November. So it's a lot of change, and but I think everybody is happy to have at least a few races to go.
Okay, and we're going to see some changes in some of the teams. Obviously the dates have changed, but let's look at the first event that we're going to take part in after this, Le Mans. And there's a lot of change there, isn't there?
Maybe not a lot, Ed, but a big change, especially for the Suzuki set, who is leading the championship, because we all know that Vincent Philippe has retired after Sepang in December, and the team, Damien Saulnier, got a new rider with Xavier Simeon, who will be with us later. So it's a big change for the leader of the championship. Another one is Randy Depunier, who has left the team ERC Endurance, and has been replaced by the Andrzej Jesek. So yeah, and Mathieu Ginas moved to the team of VRD Igor Pure Experience to replace Xavier Simeon. So this is, let's say, the change for the big fish of the championship.
And I mean, they're big shoes to fill. Vincent Philippe was a huge figure in the CERT team. Why do you think they went for Xavier?
But because even if Xavier has not a huge experience of endurance, not like his father, but he has a lot of experience in racing in different championships. He raced in Superstock, He won a title there. He raced also in Grand Prix, in Moto2, where he won a race, in MotoGP as well. So he knows what it means to adapt to a new situation, to a new bike. So, and from what I've been told by Damien, he really fits. He fits very well the team. They were in testing last weekend, and it seems that the feeling is good with the other riders, and Damien appreciates his experience and his feedback, the technical feedback he can give to the team.
Okay, and I mean, you've mentioned it a little bit. August in Le Mans is going to be very, very different to April in Le Mans, isn't it? How do you think that could change the race?
It's going to be interesting to speak with YART about this change, because I think one of the main things will be obviously the weather, the temperature will be different. It could be a lot hotter than it should be in April, and maybe for the tire wearing it will be something different. We all know that for the Bridgestone, it's better to have a big temperature, to have heat than to be too cold. So it could be maybe a surprise for the Bridgestone rider, a good surprise. So yeah, it could change some. I think the tire will be the main factor for this new Le Mans 24-hour Le Mans.
Okay, that's an interesting bit of gossip. I mean, okay, with that in mind, here's a question for you. What will change in Suzuka going from July to November then? Is there do you see another tire manufacturer doing well there?
I know Japan in October, not in November, but it's the beginning of November, so it could be the same. And you can have any kind of weather. You can have cold, heat. You can have rain, a lot of rain. So for sure, it will be less hot than it is in July. We will have, which team will be there? It's also another question, because even if things are going better everywhere, it's not sure that everybody will be allowed to travel to Japan. So it's difficult to have an idea of what will be Suzuka. So let's go first to Le Mans, and then we will see what happened later, I think. Just one thing we didn't speak about is the fact that teams and riders have had more time to prepare for Le Mans, because normally in April you rush during the winter, and so I think to have 4 months, even 5 more to prepare the race will be a good something good for the team, especially for the Honda, because we all know they got a new bike this year. And the bike, it takes time to prepare a new bike to a 24-hour race. So I think for them, it's a good thing.
Well, we saw them playing with that new bike a little bit, didn't we? They were playing with some new technology. I think in Suzuka 2019, we first saw it. Look, here we can see the evolution of these bikes as well. And obviously the evolution of the numbers as well, from number 5 to number 1 after the World Championship in 2019. But do you think they'll have that bike bedded in, that they'll have had enough time to test it, and they'll be coming out swinging, dominant in Le Mans?
Dominant, I don't know, but from what I heard, they had some little problem of reliability with the engine. So they have in Japan, they check a different engine, because it seems that they had some problem with some components. But so they had time to check everything, to work on the bench, and maybe also to make tests now, because the track are all reopened. So one thing is sure is that the bike is more performant. The power of the engine has increased a lot, and it seems that the riders who had the chance to test it were a lot happier than with the old one.
Okay,
we have to speak to Freddy about that.
Okay, well, sticking with Suzuka just for a second, though, there's one team who'll be essentially riding high in Suzuka, and that's the Yamaha Austrian racing team. It's YART, bike number 7. They're going to be the official Yamaha factory team in Suzuka. Do you think that's going to change a lot for them?
Yeah, I think they will get a better support of Yamaha. I think Sepang was a test for them because they ran the 21 bike there. So it seems that things, even the race was not, the result of the race was not what they expected. The lap time were good. So I think Yamaha was happy with the team of Mandy. So yeah, I think they will get a great support, and I think they will be in a position to make as good as a factory team did last year.
Okay, well, certainly YART promised to be a force to be reckoned with towards the end of this season now that it's been rescheduled. Freddy's going to be on, Freddy Foray, a little bit later on. But right now, we're going to go over to Austria and check out the YART factory and find out exactly what's been going on there with a quick visit. Let's go and meet Mandy Kainz.
Hello, welcome in YART. We are the official Yamaha EWC team, and this is our workshop here in Austria. So please take a look and let's see what we are doing here. The 7 is our lucky number because of this bike, because of the R7. The R7 was my personal race bike 20 years ago, and this bike touched my heart so much that I was forever connected with Yamaha. This year we have 20 years anniversary, that's why we have the most legendary race bikes here in the YART workshop. So we have Noriyuki Haga's bike here, Wataru Yoshikawa's bike here, and a still brand new R7, what is our property, and we are very proud to have it here. And this is the real reason, it's the R7, that's why YART have always the 7. So we go now in the engine department, where we prepare the race engine for EWC for many teams, for most of the Yamaha teams, and also the other engine are prepared here. Dyno, a dyno room where we are working on the bikes. So here's our actual bike, what we will run and hopefully win Le Mans. This bike we have to finalize. So this is the area where we work on the factory bikes. Here we come to the warehouse, where we have the stock for R1, R6 and R3. All race relevant parts we have always on stock. So we are able always just to build out of the stock around 20 race bikes. Storage, what we have delivered. So R3 seems to be quite popular. So we had a lot of job. So preparing 50 bikes in the winter on the R3. So it's a huge job, but the future for the young people are for sure R3. So. trophy machine is very important. And to keep motivation, they see here always our trophies, what we reached so far. So we hope that this place is quite too small in the near future, but still we have some room and space for some trophies. This is the area I cannot show you.
That's fantastic, isn't it? I love the fact that we almost got teased with the secret area and then, no, you cannot see this. Joined back again by Michel Turco. Michel, that is a beautiful factory, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very impressive for a private team to have this kind of workshop and all facilities. It means that Mandy is doing well with the business and racing as well.
Okay, well, let's talk to the man himself. Mandy Kainz is here. They've got 15 poles, 9 victories, 1 world title, and a phenomenal 98 Endurance World Championship races. The spoils behind you there, Mandy, I love that. That is a very impressive trophy cabinet.
Yeah, this is part of very long endurance history. And these trophies are the last victims of many tears and blood, you know.
I mean, when did your love affair with endurance start? When did you first get into endurance motorbike racing?
Love affair is a special story. If it's really love, I don't love-hate connection. Okay. So it was, I was running in the Austrian Championship, and always you're looking for something what is quite far away and quite strange. And endurance was very strange and very far away from Austria. So it was something we were dreaming from. And okay, I'm a guy who risks normally a lot. And then I had the idea, okay, we make endurance and started from zero. This means zero know-how, zero knowledge, and we didn't know which game we start in reality. But we were very motivated, and year by year we improved and we tried to make it better. So we had it really to start from zero, because in Austria nobody could show us anything. And race by race and mistake by mistake we were learning, and finally here we are.
Yeah,
it's the motto, never give up. So
well, it's really impressive, the structure that you've built there. How was lockdown for you guys in Austria? That's probably the most poignant question at the moment, though.
The lockdown in Austria came in a sudden, so very quick. So we were ready in reality to go to Le Mans, and just let's say with a news in television, we heard the lockdown will be in 2 days. So we not really expected the lockdown, same it was, because we had a quite hard lockdown in Austria. So some staff even could not leave anymore the country. We are a very international company, so we have employees from 8 different countries. So we were really surprised from the lockdown, because we were not allowed to leave the houses anymore. You could do nothing. So the complete company was shut down. So by law, so the companies had to stop. For endurance, to be honest, we just started last week, because you know, in a bad economy, to investment without plans make not really sense. So we waited what will happen anyway in endurance, because our bike is quite expensive, and you know, if you start to prepare the fairings in Suzuki, we will have a special color, but every fairing ready costs maybe 10,000 euro. So to start now to make 10 fairings or 15 fairings, and you are not sure that you have the race, make no sense. And testing, development without riding make no sense, because the real development is not on the engine dyno, especially in endurance. Okay, we are in a position where we don't want with a new bike to risk too much in Le Mans, because we had a DNF in Bordeaux. So we have to recover. We have very fast riders, so we expect even with stock engine to be on the podium. So we will not take too big risk because even in Le Mans we have no chance to test. We are international team. We have travel restriction. Nicolo from Italy, one from Germany, one from Czechia or Japan. So to make fair conditions to the riders, we did not plan any tests yet. So we will go to test in two weeks probably, close to the company, so probably to Croatia. But in endurance, we did not develop too much because the guys were not here. And it was a long break, let's say.
Okay. You got to spend a bit of time with your kids, didn't you?
Yeah, this is quite nice for 1 week. But 3 months, I tell you, this was harder than any endurance race. It was disaster. You know, the young one have so much energy. It's disaster. Finally, I decided I built him a motocross track because my wife could not use him anymore. Say, hey, you take him. You can do nothing. And finally, we built a motocross track for him. So I organized the Caterpillar, and now we make a motocross track behind the company. And this was a quite good idea. So as long we heard the noise from the bike, nothing happened. So we could, but finally we could do some work in the house. So the film you did is 1 year ago. You would not recognize the company again. We made new showrooms. We worked on many classic bikes. So it's quite nice.
Okay. And Michel, have you got an interest? There's 50 bikes in Mandy's factory. You got an interest in buying a race-ready bike?
I have to take some lesson. I think I'm too old for that. But Mandy, I have a question for you. We were speaking about Le Mans at the end of August, and we were speaking about the tire wearing. How do you see the Bridgestone in summer in Le Mans?
To be honest, you see big advantage. I don't see it because, you know, it's not one tire. You have to choose the right tire. And to choose the right tires, we have no testing opportunities. This means we have a Japanese tire company. So it's very, very hard. Probably for Le Mans, they have to ship the tires now to have the tires in the correct quantity here. They cannot ship 5-10 compounds to test. So we will have no tests. So it will be a big gamble. Probably, maybe we will have the ultimate tire and we win by 15 laps. Or we will have disaster. So this we cannot say because for sure the tarmac in Le Mans is different to Suzuka. The temperature is also different. So you cannot compare this. It's not always the Bridgestone tire in the hot is the best. It's really the combination between the asphalt and the temperature. So I'm confident that the tires will be top. This I'm sure. But that we have now already the biggest advantage, I don't think so. So we have to wait any tests. We are not sure if we go to tests because we still have travel restrictions. So without tests, it will be for everybody a gamble and big surprise. End of day, anyway.
Mandy, what about the replica you did?
Yeah, we made the Suzuka replica was very, very popular. So it was shared on the Yamaha racing website, on the official one. And this bike was received more likes than the launch of the M1. So the people loved it. So end of day, we had to make a replica. And it's really popular. And we built one bike looking very, very close to our actual Suzuka 8-hour bike. We will not race in this color in Le Mans. It will stay on the Suzuka one-time shot. And we built in total 8 bikes of this one. And we have some very happy collectors now.
Okay. Give us the specs on it. Speed, horsepower.
Yeah, the engine we kept in endurance spec, so it's around 200 horsepower. So the engine is more or less stock. and it's equipped with a factory Krapovic exhaust. You have Marchesini wheels, you have Brembo brakes. So it's all very, very similar to our actual race bikes. It's just the bike very similar parts, but no real factory parts we cannot give away. So, but the performance is quite nice, and our guys are probably half a second slower than with our bike. So it's a really, really nice bike. But my fear is, or I think 99% of all will disappear in collections.
Okay. And how many have you got left? Have you got any left for sale?
Only one. And
Oh.
the limited number 7. So I didn't want to sell it yet.
How much is it?
It's around 40K.
Okay.
You can offer it like.
Sorry,
I didn't understand.
It's for you. You have to buy one.
Oh yeah, I've definitely. I'm ready.
I'm sure you can get a discount from Mandy.
I think Mandy would rather add 10% for me.
No.
For all the times that I've interviewed
if you buy one, I deliver personally.
Now we're
and
talking.
you buy the beers, okay?
Deal done. Mandy, Michel, thank you both so much for talking to us. It's been wonderful just to start catching up with the Endurance World Championships and starting to get a bit of blood flowing, starting to get excited about Le Mans again.
Yeah.
Okay, boys. So looking forward. See you in Le Mans, and we attack full.
Oh, yeah. I look forward to it. YART in full attack mode.
Bye-bye.
See you there.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Okay, now it's time to get our guests on board, and we have 3 very special riders for you. Let's get to know them. Okay, the first rider we're going to bring in is the new kid on the block for the Suzuki Endurance Racing Team. It's Xavier Simeon, 2009 Superstock 1000 champion and the 2015 German Moto2 winner. Xavier, how was lockdown for you?
Hello, everybody. First, the lockdown has been, I think, very, very long because we didn't know if we could start again to race. So now that we have a calendar, a new calendar, we can again have some objective targets, some targets.
Next in, why don't we bring in David Checa from the SRC number 11 bike. He spent most of lockdown in Spain, I believe, but you're back in France now, David.
Yeah, now I'm in France. I spend time with my wife and with my child. We moved from Spain to France because my team is from France, and I decided to stay here because if in some day we have time to test, I'm here and I'm more close to the cities we can test.
Okay. And then next in, we've got Freddy Foray. Freddy, where are you, fella?
I'm not living in my car. No, it's just I'm working for a school there at Anneau Durin with my partner, Stay Moto, and yeah, I stay in my car to speak to you.
Well, we've actually got a lovely little photo of you. You used a lot of lockdown for family time, didn't you? You've got 2 of your kids out on the track.
Yeah. Because like said Mandy, the first week was quite good with the children, but after some weeks, it was a big problem for them because they have too many power. So we try to find many issue, many solution to resolve it. And yeah, for sure, they discover some the karting, the mini bike, and also I did some mini bike with my father. It was very funny.
That's your dad?
Yeah, this is my dad in the left side.
Sick. Now I know that one of you at least has been tested for COVID, haven't you?
Yeah, me, I've been tested.
Me too.
Everything positive in the way that I have nothing.
I like that. That was like a cliffhanger. Everything positive, and then I have nothing. Here we go. How was the test? Is it just a blood test?
It's a blood test. Where I live in Andorra, all the population had to make this test because it's a small country, and we have a lot of tourism in that country. So everybody had to make the test 2 times, and the 2 times was negative.
Okay, cool. That's good news. Now, I've got a little game for all of you, but I'm thinking for you, Freddy, it might be quite difficult. What I want you to do, seeing as the next race coming up is Le Mans, I was thinking that we could have a little exercise to see how good you are at remembering the track. I mean, it's been burned into each of your brains after possibly hundreds of laps. Freddy, do you have anything that you can draw on in the car?
Yeah, I can, but I have to move the video. So
Okay,
give
that's
me
fine.
maybe
Do that.
10 seconds. You
I'm
give
going
me
to
10 seconds.
Xavier, David, if you can find yourself a bit of paper, please, and a pen. I've got myself a clipboard here. Look at this. There we go. I've got a clipboard and a pen. I'm very well prepared. But this is my game, so I'm not surprised. Okay, look at Freddy's camera. If you can guess the car of seeing just that, I'll be very impressed. Okay. Right, so what an interesting track. I'm guessing you've spent a lot of time at Le Mans, haven't you, Freddy?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Xavier?
Like David.
Yeah.
Yeah, David has as well, haven't you? Okay, right then. Talk me through it then. What I want, let's start with you, Freddy. You know it well. Talk us through. Everyone can start drawing. You talk us through the first couple of turns, though.
So I have to. Sorry, I'm not sure to understand the game. Sorry, I was not saying.
So you can talk us through the track. You have to draw the track as best you can.
Okay.
So take us from the start line.
Okay. And I show you at the end. I start and I show you at the end.
Okay. So as I remember, it's out down the straight. Xavier, you need to start as well. David, same. As I remember, it's out down the straight. And then there's a big right-hander, isn't there? Sharp right-hander. Then I think it's a sharp left. I think there's a full chicane there. And then definitely a long right. I've done it a few times on Gran Turismo. And I've walked it when
I finished the lap. I'm already finished the lap. I was very fast.
Really? You've definitely fastest lap time there. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at it then. Let's see what you've got there.
The straight line is big too long, I think, for the Shimano.
That's what I've got. I'm walking it.
Yeah, it's lot of more. It's better than mine.
Let's have a look. Xavier, David, what have you got?
I'm not so bad.
Oh, Xavier.
Really good.
I'm sure Xavier has a plan, you know. He wins the plan.
Come on, David. What have you got? I'm giving Freddy a 7, and Xavier an 8.
They win.
Okay. No, I'm going to give myself a 7.5. So the title for this one goes to Xavier Simeon, definitely. This one's almost impossible for you, Freddy, I think, unless you travel with your trophies. But I was going to, as the second part of this game, I wanted each of you to go and get the biggest trophy you've got in your house. So this is, I call this show me your medals. So have you got anything around your neck, Freddy?
No, I have nothing on my trophy. I have a trophy. I have a trophy from the last 2 months, if you want.
Yeah. I think I've got one trophy.
I have only it. Sorry.
Come on, we can put them on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, sorry, it's moving.
Xavier, have you got any trophies there?
Actually not, because I'm not at my home. I'm at the home of my teammate Greg Black, so I can have a trophy of him. I hope he has.
Get a trophy.
So,
Get one of Greg's.
I will check. I go
You
back.
can cheat. No one will know.
You want a trophy from me?
Yes.
I have done. I come.
Come on, get a trophy.
I have nothing. What I can find.
And by right, Freddy, you should be the one with the biggest trophy. The biggest
Yeah,
and
but
the
you know,
most
how I can? Maybe I can get a picture if I have on my phone.
Yeah, come on, get us a picture up.
Yeah, I don't want to lose.
That's what makes you a world champion, Freddy. Okay, if you
He don't
stolen
have nothing at home.
Here we go. Look at that. Yes. It's the Le Mans 24-hour trophy. I love that. Look at that. That's definitely the most prestigious so far. Checa's in the lead. Xavier, you haven't even managed to steal one. Surely Greg's got something there.
He has nothing at home. Incredible.
So not only have you lost out, but Greg Black has no trophies.
Hey, he won the boulder. He has the for sure the boulder trophy.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
but
is
the problem is that Greg left the home this morning, and the trophy is in the car.
Have you been in the toilet? Usually, that's where most people keep their trophies. Oh, is this Greg Black's? Oh, here we go. Look at it.
Oh, hey, you have to keep the video. No, please. You have to explain. You have to explain, you know, because I think for sure now I'm a crazy man.
But you are, Freddy, you are a crazy man.
Nice, funny.
Yeah, the story.
Merci à mes coéquipiers, merci à tout mon team, merci à Mike Dimiglio, merci à Josh Hook, merci au team, l'équipe technique, franchement vous avez été super. C'était une course extraordinaire. Qu'est-ce que je peux vous dire de plus? Ça me fait plaisir. Gagner les 24 heures du Mans en confinement. Ah ouais, non, ça va pas là. Ça va pas, non, ça va pas. Ça va pas. Bon, écoutez les gars, voilà. C'était les 24 heures du Mans ce week.
Voilà.
It's a beauty. Talk us through it. What was going on there, Freddy?
So no, just Honda has a great idea to ask to the rider and the ambassador to make some sport half an hour each day during 2 months, and every Monday I did some training, and I told myself, okay, it's great to do some sport, but I think we have to find some idea to be funny, and that's why. And this video, it was the weekend where normally we had the Le Mans race, so I said, okay, I will do the video and the sport with my suit and with everything like that. So that's why I'm a bit crazy, but you know, I'm not every time like that. No worries.
Well,
I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Yeah, I'm not alone.
This what's going on here? Just getting the arms strong.
They asked me, Kawasaki, they asked me to make some photo for the press, some funny photos, and I decided to promotion my helmet like this, and it's good.
It's beautiful. Okay, what's next for you, Xavier? What's in the pipeline?
I hope the next time I will ride a bike is the Moto bike, but still not sure at the moment. And well, I know we have some tests with the Suzuki shirt in July in Le Mans, but at the moment for 1 month it will still that we don't ride the bike again.
Wow, long hiatus. What about you, David?
For me, it's complicated. This is why I said to you, I'm in France, because we don't know. Because as you know, Pirelli stopped the championship, the EWC World Championship, and now the team is looking to know what tire we will fit we don't know what actually what we will do. This is the main thing. We have to test for sure because to adapt the tire with the bike. But at the moment, we don't know. We know we are Kawasaki. We know we have everything to ride, but we don't know. We don't have the most important thing is the tire. They are talking with some manufacturers, but at the moment we don't know.
Okay. It's the same for the interesting thing is it feels like it's the same for everyone. There are hurdles and barriers for everyone to cross. And how is it for TSR, Freddy?
I think it's more complicated. It's quite similar than Mandy, and I think more difficult because the team is a Japanese team, so all the mechanics are in Japan, and they want to come in France, but the problem it's for the moment it's forbidden. They cannot move in France, and us we cannot move in Japan. And if we want to move in Japan, we have to stay 15 days or 14 days in quarantine. I think it's okay, and the problem for the moment, the test is just impossible. And I don't know for sure. Like Michel said before, the team and the mechanic have more time to work on the bike. But definitely, I think we will not have a lot of tests before the next race. So we will see.
Okay, a lot of pressure on all of you, and not much that you can do at this stage. But here we go.
I do too many stupid things during this last 2 months.
Come on, take the cap off now. Let's see how well it grows.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, I start to have more
It's
hair.
grown back really thick. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, but you know, like you see on the video, I had it was so difficult to cut my hair. I don't maybe I have a cheaper thing. I don't know how you say it in English for cut the hair. Clippers. My brother has a very fast, strong hair. Me, maybe I stay 1 hour. That is okay. It's okay. I accept my mistake.
Okay, your humiliation is over, Freddy. Xavier, David, Freddy, thank you so much for giving up your time. It's been really good fun just to get a bit of insight. I wish you the best, hopefully coming out of lockdown, and I look forward to seeing all three of you in Le Mans. Thank you.
And I have one question.
Thank you. Welcome.
When will I get my trophy for my drawing?
In Le Mans, I promise.
See you in Le Mans, yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. That was Between Two Wheels, our first ever show. We'll be back for more very, very shortly in the next 2 weeks. But be sure to check in on all of them. You can do that using the EWC Facebook pages and social media accounts. I'll see you next time on Between Two Wheels.